Hi you guys, so welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are well. So today I'm going to be talking about how you can use the law of attraction to manifest your dream life and to live the life that you always dreamt about, that you always knew that you were supposed to have, or maybe you didn't know and you just saw things that you wanted that other people had, whether that be in real life or whether that be on the internet. So today I'm going to be talking about the law of attraction and manifesting. So if you guys haven't watched the movie The Secret, I was introduced to the law of attraction at a very young age. I was actually 9 years old, and I remember like it was yesterday. My parents were like, oh, let's watch this movie as a family. We were eating takeout in the living room and we were like, let's watch a movie. So we ended up watching The Secret, and it was a pivotal moment in my life because it completely changed my life for the better. So my parents actually fell asleep on the movie, and I, little 9-year-old Charisma, stayed up, watched the whole thing, and I loved it because I thought it was like very magical, and ever since I was a little girl I've always been into like magical things and just like supernatural things. If you watch the movie, there's this point where they tell a story about a little boy who wanted a bicycle, and what he did was he cut out the bicycle from a magazine and he basically made like a mini vision board with it, held it up, and was visualizing that he had that thing. And I did the exact same thing, except not with a bicycle, but with a it was like a baby doll bed. And lo and behold, a month later on Christmas, I had gotten a baby doll bed. It wasn't that exact one, but it was a baby doll bed, and it looked very identical to the one in the picture. So I was so happy, and that was the first time that I ever consciously manifested anything in my life. And I knew from then on out that I had to use this, you know, my entire life. And I was so happy to find something that would work for me. And you know what, The Secret, I think, is a great beginner movie to introduce you to the law of attraction and like manifesting, simply because it's just very beginner friendly. Like they really break it down into, like, you know, like the book like For Dummies. Like I feel like that was like Law of Attraction 101 for Dummies movie. Like it's like the most basic, like it helps you just understand the basic concepts. But unfortunately, The Secret, they don't really go past, it's very basic, so it's not their fault, but they don't really explain the other side of manifesting and using the law of attraction. They kind of just in the movie explain ask, believe, receive. And there's a little bit more that goes into that when you want to achieve your goals or when you want some things. And it's not just like wanting. I feel like in the movie they make it seem like all you have to do is want it and, you know, believe. But it's a little bit deeper than that, and that's what I'm going to explain in this video. So the law of attraction is basically one of the universal laws. There are many universal laws. There are 12 actually, and this is one law, and it basically states that like attracts like. So what that means is this energy vibration will attract the same energy vibration, almost like a mirror. So basically, if I'm super sad all the time and I'm super depressed and I have a really negative energy, I'm gonna attract more of that same energy. So that's what it basically boils down to. It's like attracts like. What you are and who you are is going to attract more of what you are and who you are. And what you vibrate, the energy that you bring, is going to be the energy that you receive. That is basically the premise of the law of attraction. It's not like, oh, all you got to do is just like want it really bad and, you know, cut out a picture of it. Because you could want it really bad. I mean, if things that you want, if it was the case that the law of attraction was a law that all you have to do is want it, everyone would have everything that they wanted. I would be a billionaire right now if that were the case. But the reason why I'm not a billionaire is because in order to attract using the law of attraction, it's attraction energy. So basically the reason why I'm not a billionaire is because I don't have that frequency of the energy of that $1 billion. Does that make sense? So that's another thing too that we'll talk about maybe in another future video, like just energies and how to tap into different energies. But that's like a common misconception that people get when they're trying to understand the law of attraction. You know, it's about you. It's not necessarily about that thing, and it's not about wanting. It's actually the opposite of wanting. With the law of attraction, what you have to do is you have to believe that it's already yours. You have to believe that it's already materialized, because basically the law of attraction, you're attracting things that are in the energetic spiritual plane that are not in the physical plane, but they're still there. Just because you can't see certain things doesn't mean that it's not there. For example, one good example that someone gave me was different noises. Did you know that there are certain noises that human beings cannot hear with our human ears, but dogs can hear these noises? Things like that. Also, love. You can't see and hold love. It's something that's not here. So there are things that exist that are not necessarily physical. So that's the thing about all of your desires, is that they are here. They are here with you. They exist in this plane. They have not just materialized into physical form yet. So, you know, that car that you want, that apartment that you want, the partner that you want, it all exists in the universe. And what you have to do is you have to tap into that same frequency of what you want to attract it to you. And one mistake that I used to make all the time is that, and you know, I still make mistakes too, we're human. It's just like this really needing energy, like I really need it, I really want it, I want it so bad. And you feel like your life, you can't be happy without it. If that's the case, if you feel like you cannot be happy without calling in this thing, you're doing it wrong. So the point is to be happy before you get it, and that is how you actually attract it, because it is the law of attraction. You have to magnetize yourself towards it. Magnetizing yourself will draw the thing towards you instead of you going and chasing that thing. So really, it's about switching your energy, shifting your mindset, and just, it takes time to practice, definitely. But what I want you guys to do as an exercise is think of something that you truly want. It could be, maybe let's start with something small. Let's say you want to manifest a chocolate bar, just to kind of practice this, and so that you can do it with bigger things in your life. Not like, oh, I want this chocolate bar, oh my god, like I'm not gonna be able to eat all day if I don't have this chocolate bar, I need it. But more of like, in yourself, like what would it feel like to have a nice delicious chocolate bar in your mouth? And it's already done. And so you kind of have to feel into that energy of like, it's the energy of already having it, of, oh, that just feels so good to have that chocolate bar, so sweet, so savory, and you're already happy even though you don't have it yet. It's like, and you know, it's hard to talk about energy, because when it comes to talking about energy, it's not really something that you can understand too much on a mental level. It's more of the embodiment in your body and the energy, like the embodiment in your heart chakra. So yeah, so that is a little bit about the law of attraction, and I'm going to talk a little bit about a few steps on how you can kind of shift yourself to start using the law of attraction more often. So the first tip that I have for you is to be crystal clear And this actually could be a difficult one because a lot of people don't really know what they want. So I used to be like this too, but you want to manifest and think about your desires as if you can't fail and as if it's limitless, as if you're limitless, as if there's no barrier. If you couldn't fail and if it was 100% guaranteed that you were gonna get it, then what would it be that you would want? So don't put your desires, don't have limitations on your desires. Don't say, oh, well, you know, I come from this background, or I'm this color, or I'm, you know, this way and I've been doing things for this way. No, don't think about any of that. Just want. Just think about what you want to call in, regardless of any like human things that might be going through your mind, like, oh, again, no, cut out the chatter and just ask yourself, what do I truly desire? And a little tip as well is to not do this from a place of ego, because I used to make this mistake all the time and I still am working through this. When you start working in tapping into who you truly are instead of working from your ego, what it does is it actually helps you to create and manifest from what your being truly wants, instead of like, oh, you know, I want a Lamborghini because I want to impress this person, I want to flex on this person. And I used to be like that all the time, like I want to get rich because, you know, I have something to prove, and you know, I have to. It's not about that. You have to kind of unleash that, and it all comes in layers. But that's one tip, is just, what do you truly want? Ask yourself that. What do I truly want? If I could have anything in the, not even in the world, in the universe, what would it be? The second tip would be to don't always focus on your desires when you're manifesting. So one thing that I used to make mistakes all the time is, like, once you have that crystal clear vision of what you want and what you want your life to look like, you shouldn't be like going into your brain every day and like being like, oh yeah, like there's a difference between visualizing from a place of like attraction versus obsession over that thing. So, and I had to learn the difference between these two things. So visualizing is an exercise that you can use when you're using the law of attraction, and it basically creates a movie in your mind of what it would be like to have it. And when you create those images in your mind, it creates a feeling in your body, and that feeling in your body sends out a frequency to the universe. That is good. The thing that's not good is overly obsession over that thing. Like, you know, always thinking about like, oh, I really want it, kind of like what I said before about like that like needy, like, oh, I want it now energy. That is a no-go. So visualize from an open heart and from a place of like that, you just feel it just feels positive. It doesn't feel like there's resistance. And my biggest overall tip for using the law of attraction is probably, this changed the game for me. When I started doing this, I manifested so much in my life, and that is using gratitude to call in more beautiful things. Because when you're grateful for what you have now, loving all the beautiful things that God has given you today, like the air, the ears to listen, and the eyes to watch this YouTube video, the internet to watch this YouTube video. If you're watching this right now, you're probably really, really blessed. Not saying that we all have problems, guys. We all go through things, but it's just about being grateful. And when you are grateful, you actually are able to attract more, because the universe sees that, oh, this person, you know, they're enjoying what they have now, I want to give more. When you have like a kid, I don't have kids, but I know when I used to do this when I was a child, whenever I was more grateful towards my parents, they wanted to do more for me. If you ever see a little kid in a store and they're like all like fussy with their parents because they won't buy them stuff, you know, you're like, ew, like just be happy with what you have now. Like I get it, you're upset, but it's just like really gross energy when you're ungrateful. Ungrateful is really gross energy, and being happy and content what you have now, it opens your heart up to receive more because you're so grateful with things that are placed in now that it's just like, it just opens up your entire universe and your entire world. And I love practicing gratitude, and one of the ways that I practice gratitude is through my journal. I write every day, I am grateful for blank, thank you so much the universe for blank, thank you God for blank. And that, writing that out, that's another tip for you guys. When you writing and when you're scripting, it's better than typing. I used to type a lot on Google Docs, and it is a completely different vibe when you're writing that down, because handwriting is more intimate, it's more personal, and it actually sends out a frequency because it's slower, and you're actually able to, every time you write that word, you feel into it, and that's a vibration, that's a frequency, that is an energy. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Let me know, what are you manifesting for 2022? What goals do you have for the month of February? And yeah, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, night, whatever you're doing, and happy manifesting. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I make just inspirational, motivational, female development content now on this channel, and I am so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for watching, guys.